Campaigners fighting plans to reorganise healthcare in Dorset took their case to the High Court today. They're challenging proposals to close more than 200 community hospital beds and move the accident and emergency department from Poole to Bournemouth. The move would save hundreds of millions of pounds, but campaigners say it would put lives at risk. Jo Campbell reports from the first day of the hearing.
Save Poole A&E.
This had been a long journey from Dorset to the High Court. The trip to Bournemouth in an ambulance, a somewhat shorter one. But in the circumstances, campaigners say, one that could prove too long in an emergency.
We know that an awful lot of people's lives are going to be put at risk because they're not going to be able to get to services within any safe times, including mums in labour, premature mums, and in situations where life is most precious and times are most desperate.
The plan to downgrade Poole and concentrate emergency care at Bournemouth goes hand in hand with bed cuts, especially in community hospitals, a policy that makes no sense in objectors' eyes.
After the winter crisis, where so many operations were cancelled, why? Because there weren't enough beds. You know, this is just not making sense at all.
It was fitting the arguments were heard in the High Court, itself built of Portland stone. Jason Koppel QC, from one of the objectors, said the initial clinical commissioning group consultation had buried bad news of bed closures and crippling staff shortages. He added, it ill behoves a public body taking decisions of literally life and death. Those arguments have resonated far beyond Dorset.
I think once you start cutting away at A&Es, hospital closures, that for me is the beginning of the end. I'm tired of it. I want it changed and I want it stopped now.
And campaigners will have taken heart from the presence of others, including one group whose own visit here led to their hospital being saved. Jo Campbell, BBC South Today at the Royal Courts of Justice.